For many of us, spring cannot get here soon enough, but does that mean now is the time to start planting? We've got water expert Denise Hickey here and horticulturist Patrick Dickinson to really help us out here. Is it time to start planting? Spring is this week.
Well, it's yes and no.
Yes
and
and
I don't
no,
know about,
of course.
I don't know about everybody
You would
else.
give me that.
Spring fever for me is in full swing.
Okay.
And we're all wearing green, not just for St. Patrick's Day, but because we're green with envy. We want green and flowers outside.
Good one.
Yes, you know, March 15th is our, as we know, our last average freeze date. And look at last night's temperatures.
Yeah.
And then April 15th is our last potential. So our last record hard freeze was April 13th, right?
Okay.
So, and we always tell people if you want to put good plants, shrubs, things like that that are hardy, now's a good time. Some of your tender perennials, annuals, and even your veggies, you might want to wait on. Otherwise, you're going to have to protect them or have the chance of damaging or killing them. And a good way to remember this is, April 15th is what day?
Why are you doing
Tax
that?
Day.
Tax Day. Oh, really?
So you either have money to burn or need plant therapy.
Ooh,
one of the two.
That's
So that's a good way to remember.
That's good.
So, and then of course we have only a certain type of plant that we recommend.
I was getting at that. Okay.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, we recommend that you select native or adaptive plants for our area.
Okay.
And it's important to know that we're in Zone 8A.
Zone 8A. Oh, this is
specific. Because those plants that are for 8A will thrive the best.
Okay.
And you can see that these are all native or adaptive, and you got lots of color. And these will survive our hot summers. They use less water, and you don't have to use as much fertilizer on them. They want to grow in our weather and in our soil, so they'll do really well. They'll be the rock stars in your garden. Look at the color. It's wonderful.
It's beautiful. I mean, Denise, I'm driving around plenty of neighborhoods, and I see people with their lawns, and it's a bit brown. I mean, should people be watering now, even though it's just a weeny bit chilly out there?
Not yet. We've still been having enough natural rainfall. And you can sign up at watermyyard.org to know when to water your grass.
Okay.
And use the soil moisture meters that we show regularly, and you can tell whether or not you need to put some water in your landscape beds.
And Patrick, I mean, maybe this is like a myth, but I was always told when Mother's Day rolls around, that's when you start planting your pretty flowers.
Well,
but is that late?
Well, and the reason I don't like to follow things like that is because that changes.
That's true.
And so the date changes. So I like to, people want hard dates to remember. That's how tax day is an easy thing to remember.
April 15th.
Yeah.
Okay.
And people always want to know where, what plants are, how do they know what plants?
Right.
We've got some great resources out there as well on our website. And even we have a top 100 deck of cards.
Oh, look at that.
These
cool.
are great. And they're color coded so that you can select your bushes, your trees, your shrubbery, and this little card will explain what the butterfly bush is. It gives you all the details, and you can get them online. Go to one of the classes that they offer in our communities. $5 a box.
That's not bad.
Or you can have them mailed for $8, but it's better just to attend one of the classes because you'll get so much information.
And a lot of these are in that deck of cards.
Right.
And this is where I get excited because as a
I know you are
horticulturist,
super
I want to talk
excited
about some of these
Patrick.
awesome plants that we have.
Before we go, can you just once again tell us what plants you should be planting now if you want to go that route?
Native and adaptive only.
Native and adaptive only.
You got some great shrubs out there that will do well, that are hardy and tough. Even some of your tough perennials like our pollinator plants that should do well even if we have a last cold snap.
Okay.
It's when we get into some of our annuals and your vegetables that it can get kind of chilly and that can damage and you lose production. You're wasting your money.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, guys.
Thank
You're
you
always
so
a
much.
treat to have. Nice and colorful table here. We'll be right back after this break.